in general. You can see that there are also other questions coming up often. For example, we are asked to substitute palm oil. Another question is also related to the reliability and effectiveness of the RSPO as an organization. What we observe is that almost all questions that come up are in some way related to transparency and traceability. I will give you the following example. We sell biscuits that contain, among other main ingredients such as sugar or wheat or hazelnut, also vegetable oil. This is specified on the package by palm, rapeseed and coconut. Although we are allowed to use the term vegetable oil or vegetable fats on our packaging, by law, more and more transparency is asked by our customers, so to specify this further. When we talk about palm oil, we know that there are many different palm oil products and fractions used in all kinds of different end products we sell. So, just go on. If we sell if we ask for products with segregated palm oil, for example, each stage on the supply chain has to be equally committed and certified according to the RSPO certification scheme. This brings us to certain challenges. As a retailer, we don't buy the palm oil, we buy the end product. As a consequence, we depend on each stage on the supply chain. When one raw material source is changed in a product, we expect that the quality and taste remains exactly the same. So this means that there have to go on tests and trials with this product, which may be time-consuming. A considerable amount of products in our range contain only a very little amount of palm oil. So, as a consequence, logistical challenges may come up at the manufacturers, and which has been mentioned also by Mr. Southoff before, this may include then costs on logistical aspects which at the end don't benefit the plantations or the growers which are doing an extra effort. But more important than speaking about the challenges is speaking about the possibilities that we have and knowing what we have to do at our end of the supply chain. As I mentioned already before, traceability is a critical aspect in all questions that we face from the consumers. Transparency on the supply chain becomes more and more important. And a supply chain is as strong as its weakest point. Therefore, every stage, every partner has to contribute to its success. What we also observe is that certificates or labels and such schemes are challenged more and more, not only in palm oil but also in other products and ingredients. We observe that. And integrity programs and improvements on that side will build on credibility. As a retailer, we highly depend on the reputation of certification schemes or organizations we refer to and we talk about. Now, what we see is that facing these traceability aspects from a retailer perspective, we see that maintaining long-term relationship with our direct suppliers will be more and more important in the future. Motivated and cooperative partners are the partners in the future. Then authenticity and communication is a very important issue for us as well. We have to find the right way to communicate the complexity of the palm oil supply chain to the customer, to make it understandable, to translating somehow the technical complexity and aspects in a way that the consumer can trust in that we are doing the right thing. The trademark that has been launched by the RSPO is for sure one way to use it and to have the right way to communicate. Finally, it is of course also our responsibility to turn the time-bound commitments into really action by engaging with our suppliers. Coming to an end, I would like to emphasize the message of retailers. We are committed to use certified sustainable palm oil, and we are working towards this achievement already for a long time. We also know that we play an important role in passing on the message to the consumers in order to make them trust our products and our brand. As I mentioned already before, it is vital for us to be able to rely on credible schemes as the entry point, as the first stage in the supply chain, or the last stage, depends on the perspective. Finally, I would like to appreciate and acknowledge the efforts done by each party on the supply chain, especially the growers and producer end, because without their huge effort, we would not have answers to all these manifold questions that we are asked by the end consumers. So we would not be able at the end to sell products with certified sustainable palm oil as a content. So thank you very much at this point.